So let me start with the basics. So basically, what is a software? So I would like to start from the software. So what is a software? So software is nothing but a group of statements, set of logics, and the related data that gives instructions to the system, like what to do and how to do. Okay. So as per the usage, software has been divided into two types. What are they? Product software and project software. Product software and project software. Now coming to a product software. So what is a product software? It is nothing but a software which is the developing segment. A software which is a developing segment, that is a group of customers, is called a product software. So let me take an example. So if you go ahead with any Samsung Galaxy phone, so this phone has it has been always upgrading its software. So initially it has developed like Samsung Galaxy S4, then S5, then S6, now J7, J8. That means the software is always being developed. It's not like the product has been developed and it is put it aside. So like we have to always go on updating the software. So that is nothing but a software which is a developing segment, which is called a product software. Now coming to a project software. So a project software is nothing but a software which is developing for a single client. A software which is developing for a single client is called a project software. That means a project can be developed only for a single client, not for multiple clients. So according to the work, there are two different types of companies available in the industry. There are two different types of companies available in the industry. They are product-based company and service-based company. Product-based company and service-based company. Now coming to a product-based company. What is a product-based company? What is a product-based company? It is nothing but a company which is mainly concentrating on developing their own software products. A company which is mainly concentrating on developing their own software products. That means that they are not depending on some other companies to develop their software. Example, Microsoft, Google, Dell, HP. These are the product-based companies. That means these are the companies which are mainly concentrating on developing their own software products. That means the Microsoft is developing Microsoft products, Google is developing Google products, Dell products, HP products. So these are the product-based companies. That means these are the companies which are depending only on their software products to develop. They don't develop some other company's software products. Now coming to service-based company. What is a service-based company? It is nothing but a company which is mainly concentrating on developing the individual projects to the individual clients. Individual projects to the individual clients is called a service-based company. Like Accenture, TCS, CSC. So these are the Infosys. These are the service-based companies. That means a company which is mainly concentrating on developing the individual projects to the individual clients. That means these are the companies which are providing service to some other company. That means Accenture is providing service to Microsoft, Google, Dell, HP. But these don't have their own software products to be developed. So these are depending on some other company's software products. So you might have heard about like Microsoft, Google, Dell, HP products because they are developing their own software products. But these companies, they don't have their own software products like Accenture, TCS, CSC, Infosys. These are the companies which are mainly concentrating on like developing some other company's software products. We never heard about these products which have been developed. So, now coming to different teams in a project. You know, like we have different teams in a project, but coming to the very main important teams are development team and testing team. Development team and testing team. So now coming to the development team, what is the main responsibility of the development team? What is the main responsibility of the development team? See, the main responsibility of the development team is to develop the application as per the client requirements. See, based on the client requirements only, the developer has to develop the application. He can't go against the client requirements. So, the main responsibility of this development team is to develop the application. Now coming to the testing team. So, what is the main responsibility of the testing team? So, the main responsibility of the testing team is to test the application. The main responsibility of the application is to test the application. That is to verify whether the development team has been developed the application as per the client requirements or not. Okay, 1 second. So sorry. Okay. So now, see, even though we have different teams in every project, finally both the teams have to work only based on the client requirement. We can't go against the client requirement. See, whatever the team it is, like business analyst or client, like business analyst or development team or testing team or architect, whoever it is. So everyone has to go only based on the client requirements. Okay. So now coming to different environments in a project. Coming to different environments in a project. So altogether we have 4 different types of environments in every project. Different environments in a project. They are development team, testing team, UA, development environment, testing environment, UAT environment. UAT is nothing but user acceptance testing. Okay, and the next one is production environment. Now coming to development environment. So what is this development environment? So this is the first environment in every project. This is the first environment in every project. So during this environment, what is going to happen is development team will be involving to develop the application as per the client requirements. Development team is going to develop the application as per the client requirements. So once after successful completion of this development activities in the development environment, what the developer is going to do now? They are going to deploy the application from one environment to another environment. That is, they are going to deploy the application from development environment to testing environment. They are going to deploy the application from development environment to testing environment. Now, when it comes to the testing environment, what is going to happen in this testing environment? So, during this environment, testing team will be involved to perform testing on the application as per the client requirements only. Okay, as per the client requirements. So after successful completion of the testing in the testing environment, what the testing team is going to do now? They are going to inform or intimate to the development team saying that testing has been completed successfully in the testing environment. Testing has been completed successfully in the testing environment. Now what the developer will do? Based on this testing team's environment only, the developer will go ahead and deploy the application again from testing environment to UAT. First he will deploy the application from development environment to testing environment. Now once after the testing has been completed in the testing environment, they are giving the intimation to the developer. So developer will go ahead and deploy the application again from testing to UAT. So what is UAT? UAT is nothing but user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing. So in the testing environment, testing team is only performing testing on the application. But when it comes to UAT environment, client along with the testing team is going to perform testing on the application. Client along with the testing team is going to perform testing on the application. So once the testing has been completed successfully in the UAT environment, they will go ahead and deploy they will go ahead and intimate the development team saying that testing has been completed successfully in the UAT environment. Testing has been completed successfully in the UAT environment. So based on the testing UAT environment's confirmation, the developer is going to deploy the application again from UAT to production. They are going to deploy the application from UAT to production. So what is going to happen in the production environment? Production is nothing but, it is nothing but live. Go ahead and release the application. So during this environment, directly your client or end user will be involving to use or work on the application finally. Okay. Directly client or directly client will be involving to work on the application finally. So these are all the different environments that we have in each and every project. Now coming to types of testing. Types of testing. Okay, so altogether we have 20 different types of testings available. We have 26 different types of testings available. What are they? First one, coming to sanity testing. Sanity testing, or you can even call it as a build acceptance testing. Build acceptance testing. So what is the sanity testing? Sanity testing is nothing but performing major functionality of the application. Testing the major functionality of the application is called sanity testing. So let's see here. So in this Bank of America application, what is the major functionality? What is the major functionality in this application? So sign-in is a major functionality. Sign-in is a major functionality. So once the application is developed by the developer and once it is deployed into testing environment, we are performing the sanity testing. Because if the major functionality of the application is working properly, then only you can go ahead and proceed further to test the application. If your sign-in is not working properly, then you can't proceed further to test the application. See, if you enter your username and if you enter the password, if you are not able to click on sign in, you can't log in into your application. So you can't further perform testing on the application. So sign in is a major functionality. If this functionality is not working properly, you can't go further testing on the application. So now when you find any defects during the sanity testing, you have to report it to the developer, because developer is the one who is going to perform, who is going to develop the application. So you have to go ahead and intimate the developer so that the developer is going to go ahead and perform he will go ahead and fix the defects. So during sanity testing, if you find any defects, we are reporting the defect to the development team. So development team has to fix the defect immediately. So once he fixes the defect, then only we can go ahead and perform testing on the application. Without the defect is fixed, we can't move or we can't proceed further to test the application. So now coming to the interview questions, under the sanity testing, they will ask you, what is sanity testing? What is sanity testing and when we are performing the sanity testing? And why we are performing this sanity testing? Why we are performing to test if the major functionality of the application is working properly or not. And they will ask you, what is your approach if you identify any defects during sanity testing? You can say like the developer has to go ahead and fix the defect immediately. What you will do if you identify any defect? You have to report it to the developer. So the developer will go ahead and fix the defect immediately. So let's say if I give you one application to test, which type of testing you will perform in the application? First, which type of testing you will be performing in the application? It is nothing but sanity testing. It is nothing but sanity testing.